Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Survival Russia. Today we're gonna do something very different. Something I actually wanted to do for quite a while. I gave it a few attempts, but I've not been happy with the results. So let's hope that today is the day where everything's gonna be awesome. So from time to time I get some emails from guys who are corresponding between themselves and other people obviously and me, and claiming that they have found out who I am and what I am and all sorts of funky stuff. And what they mean is that well, not what they mean, but it's based on a few articles you can find on the internet which are absolutely untrue, and that's what this video here is gonna be about. And the second one is gonna be about debunking these claims which have been floating around on the internet for quite a while. Let's say it like that. They're very old articles. And there's of course also some articles in Denmark, but they're of a different nature. But before we start, I will say, before I moved to Russia, I had a clean criminal record. I still have a clean criminal record, because one of the claims is that I am a fugitive of the law in Denmark. Russia is harboring me and stuff like that, and this is absolutely untrue. I have two documents here: my Danish passport, my Russian permanent residence permission, and these two here should actually prove pretty well that I am not a fugitive of the law whatsoever. Alright, so here we have my Danish passport, here we have my Russian permanent residence permission. I have of course covered up the passport number and some other important data, but what do we have? We have my name, nationality, date of birth or place of birth, and so on and so. But what we want to focus on is these two guys here and this over here. This is the issue date and expiration date. It was issued 25th of January 2013. That means that I was at the embassy in Moscow to have issued a new passport, and the passport expires 25th of January 23, which is tomorrow. So I have already been on the Danish embassy in Moscow and have issued a new passport. So there is no way in hell that I have been wanted or anything like that in all these years that I've been in Russia. Because I, of course, been to the Danish embassy before this date here, all the way back in 2012, and make sure that I will get a new passport. So that is absolutely debunked, that I should have been a fugitive of the law, and so and so and so. But before we really dig into all of this, I'll try and keep this video as short as possible, and then I'll make another video which is gonna be longer, where I'm gonna explain for the guys who are interested in more detail what is going on. So everything which have happened earlier back in Denmark and up until now is it has made what you can say, it's possible that I'm sitting here today in Russia. I lived in Russia for more than 10 years now. I have 3 awesome kids and a wife and so on, and I've never have had that in Denmark. So yeah, you can say Russia can influence on people, but in Denmark it would never have happened. But let's get to the basic claims of these articles. Some of these articles don't even get my name correct and so on. That should also say something about the quality of the information there, so to speak. But supposedly I'm a fugitive of the law in Denmark. I am wanted by the law and so on, and yeah, the passport proves that I'm not. We'll get into it again, most likely. I should also be a leader of a neo, and you can insert a German ideology from the 1930s here, kind of a group, a thing which is untrue. I was indeed a spokesman of a right-wing Danish group back in 2009 or something, but not even the Danish media referred to us as neo-German ideology from the 30s guys, which we were not. It was kind of an umbrella organization and blah blah blah, but I will explain all this in the later video. This video I just want, as I say, to use to debunk these claims. And the claim was that I was a fugitive of the law. I had a run-in with the law, but it's not as you might think, and as it's certainly not as described in in these articles there, because I got freed from all these charges that I initially faced. And that's also a long story, but since I have a passport from 2013 issued by the embassy in Moscow, it would not be possible for me to be wanted by the law back then, 10 years ago, or even before that. I have been, of course, since this passport runs out tomorrow, expires tomorrow, I've of course been to Moscow not long ago and applied for a new passport, which should be ready by now, more or less. And again, I would not have been able to go and apply for a new passport. Yeah, I could, but I would not have been I would not been able to leave the embassy if I was wanted by Danish authorities. So that is absolutely BS. There's also some claims that I should have been involved in and accused of or something like this, weapon smuggling. That is completely untrue, and not even in the Danish media from back when things got really hot in Denmark. Because I went to Russia 3 times, not even in the Danish media has mentioned anything about me being involved in weapon smuggling or anything of the kind. So, if I really was a leader, or what you can say, as they claim, of some neo thing, cult group, organization, or whatever, I mean, isn't it a little bit weird that I should rule this empire, or whatever they call it, from out here in the middle of the woods in faraway Russia? And isn't it also a little bit strange that you cannot find anything on the internet about my so-called activities of this kind? I mean, I'm seriously, I have nothing to do with politics of any kind. In Russia here, I was invited to speak at a demonstration against the World Trade Organization, WTO, and I also held a speech in favor of imprisoned Russian officer. And that is sort of like my political engagement here in Russia. I will say though, back when I was living in Denmark and so on, the reason I went to Russia, we actually met with a group who were kind of affiliated with a neo-German ideology from the 1930s, kind of group ideology, so to speak. And yeah, we met them, and we didn't have anything to do with them after our first and only meeting. So I guess this should sum up what I wanted to say in this relatively as short as possible debunking of these articles video. I'm not a fugitive of the law. I do have a clean criminal record. I am not the leader of anything other than myself and what I'm doing myself with my family. And I have no political engagements anywhere. So guys, please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get done, do something awesome, and see you in the next video, guys. Which most likely gonna be the same theme, but a little bit longer.